And before I get started, I want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters and everyone for supporting my channel. You know, I'm just really excited in regards to the trajectory path where God is going to take my YouTube channel as a content creator. June 6th, my channel celebrated its 5-year anniversary. I can't believe it's been that long. 5 years ago, June 6th of this year made 5 years. I can remember when I did my first video upload. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very important lecture is the steps. I'm going to talk about the steps that it takes to renew your passport. And recently renewed my passport. I'm waiting on my new passport to come in the mail. But I'm going to explain to the viewer in terms of the steps that I went through to make this happen. My old passport, I have like a year left on my old passport, but I don't want to even play around with that time frame. So I went ahead and renewed it. And I tell anyone, you know, as you begin to travel abroad and start going out of the country, you will need a passport. So what I'm going to do is I tell anyone, first of all, take it behind to the United States Post Office to get this done in person. It can be done online, but to be honest with you people, even with doing it in person, it can take months before you actually receive a passport in the mail, and that's doing it in person. This would be my second time getting a passport. You go to the post office and they will give you the U.S. passport renewal. I had to get the renewal application because this make my second passport. And they will give you and I kept a copy of your name. They're going to give you the U.S. passport renewal application for eligible individuals. And on this renewal application that you're going to get from the post office, you're going to fill out all your demographics on it. You know, name, date of birth, social security number, email address, all of this information on this U.S. passport renewal application. They want your primary contact number, your mailing address completely. On this application, if you ever use other last names, you have to put that on the application. On section 10 of the renewal application, it's stating you got to print your first, middle, and last name. And also on here, they want your most recent U.S. passport book number. And you're going to literally, that's going to come off your old passport, that booking number. They want to see that. The book, the issued date, the date that you got issued your original passport. Because remember now, this is a renewal application. You fill all that out. And then at the bottom of the application, you have to legally sign your name and date it. Also on this renewal application, you have to attach a picture within the last 6 months. In the post office, it will take the picture because the picture has to be in certain dimensions. Prior to me even filling this out, I first went to the post office and they will set you up for an appointment, for your passport appointment, where they can get your picture taken, appropriate dimensions, and then you attach all of this. This is actually a copy of my renewal application. Make sure you thoroughly fill this out. The second part of this renewal application, again, you got to put your name, date of birth, hair color, eye color, occupation. For me, I put retired. Your complete mailing address also goes on this second half of this application. Also on this application, they want your emergency contact information, that person's name, address, city, state, phone number, and how that person is related to you. And if you have travel plans when you're renewing this application, you can include your departure date, because I'm going to Paris the latter part of this year. So this is the U.S. passport renewal application. This is my copy. When you put this in the envelope, mail it out for your renewal application. You also have to include your old passport. And once they get this and process it, they will first send you your old passport, and then they will send you your new passport in a separate mailing. They don't put them together. So this here, I got my old passport returned back to me. When they got all this, they're in the process of processing it. When the U.S. passport receive your application, is really cool, because they will send you an email to let you know that your application status is in process. So I literally got an email when they got all these original documents, and they let me know that your renewal application is in process. They also sent me an email to let me know that my renewal application was approved. So they're updating you on the processing status. And then they also sent me an email to let me know that I'm going to receive 2 separate mails. A mail with my original passport returned back to me, because once they get it, they punch a hole in it. And then they also notified me to let me know that my new passport book will come in a separate mail. So I'm kind of like at the tail end of getting my new passport in my hand. But I just wanted to explain this process because, you know, this must be done in person. You're dealing with a lot of sensitive data. You know, the post office, get to the post office, they will set you up for an appointment to take your passport picture. You submit your application in all supporting documentation. Send it through the post office. Keep up with your tracking number, because this is here. You don't want to do anything this important online, people. Come on now. Everything can't be done online. If it takes months by doing it in person and getting email status alerts from the passport people, let me know the status of my passport renewal. If I'm doing all this in person, then imagine if you try to do all this online, because if you can't send this online. No, you got to send this to the post office. You can't send this. They want to see the original passport book in order to get a renewal. So you can't, they literally say in the application, I got to have this attached to the renewal application. This just copies everything. So how are you going to do all this online? It's not possible, because they're not going to process your application if you don't follow the instructions to include your original first issued passport, because it literally says in here, you got to provide that. And then in addition, you got to have that money order. You got to pay for this. I believe it was $130 for my renewal. So all in that envelope, I had my application, I had my money order, and I had my original passport book, which they instructed me to send in order for them to process my application, in order for me to get these emails from U.S. Passport to let me know that your application status has been approved on your renewal. So be on the lookout for 2 separate mailings, real talk. This is all about handling your business in living color. Everything can't be done online, and you ain't gonna be able to get this here done on the online, because it's too much important stuff that's gonna have to go in that envelope that you got to mail out, to include your original passport, to include your money order, because they want to see it. They want to see, when they looked at my original passport, they saw I'd already been to Cairo, Egypt. I'd already been to Rome and Italy, because I had to go through customs. Real talk, people. So they want to see the original, and they'll send it back to you, the original, but they also hole punch it, because once I get my new passport, this here is null and void. Real talk. So share this information in terms of the steps that you got to go through to renew your United States passport. You know, a passport is also can be used as powerful identification, more powerful than a driver's license, more powerful than your birth certificate, more powerful than your social security card. Real talk, people. So share this information and check out my recent playlist. I did a recent playlist where I got many of my recent lectures on one playlist. Check it out. That's all I have. Simplify, Simple Fidelis, and I'm going to leave it in care of your own conscience. Have a great day.